If you want to buy this phone just to play Mobile Legends, save some money and buy a mid-range phone.
Hello guys, this is Marky from Affordotech, and right in front of me is one of the best gaming phone out there, the Rog Phone 3. Now we are here not just to talk about the specs and features of this phone, we will also assess if this gaming phone is worth your money and is there really a difference when it comes to gaming, or you can just settle for a high-end smartphone. I've been using this phone for 2 months now as my primary device for gaming and taking photos. The question is, should you get this phone or just buy a mid-range or flagship one? Now let's find out. First, let's talk about the phone's build quality and battery. Let's get straight to the point. This phone is humongous and it's heavier compared to other flagship smartphones. Granted, it has a huge 6000 mAh battery that contributes to the weight. Well, sometimes I hesitate to use this while I'm in bed because I'm afraid to get slapped in the face or chest while using the phone. No! Now, the real reason why I love this phone are the ultrasonic air triggers. They are accurate to the touch and are really responsive compared to the Rog Phone 2. If you are a competitive gamer, these air triggers will surely give you an edge when playing first-person shooting games and racing games. You can also customize these air triggers to act as 4 triggers, giving you additional controls to your liking. Well, for some games though, like Mobile Legends and Wild Rift, I find that the triggers are of less use, since you can't really use them accurately for skills that need specific positioning or movement, specifically touch and swipe combinations. Now, when I'm using these triggers, I feel like a 90s Filipino action star that can overcome every enemies by gun blazing my way to victory. Well, if you already have an existing flagship phone and you want some triggers, then I will suggest that you just purchase a quality Bluetooth controller and save yourself some cash. The 144Hz variable refresh rate OLED display is one of the best out there. But frankly speaking, if you're buying this phone for just the display, just get the flagship Samsung phone. Don't get me wrong, the display is superb. But the issue with the Black Crush is still there regardless of the latest update. For non-techies out there, Black Crush or Crash or whatever term they call it in the tech community is when you play a video with dark scenes or environment, you get to see some pixelation or uneven colors in dark areas or scenes of the videos. Though it already improved a lot since the recent updates, but it's still there. Well, for me, it's not a big deal, but if you are the kind of person that likes to compare with other displays, then that might be a problem. Another thing that I liked about this phone is the very good sounding front-firing stereo speakers. They get very loud and the loudness gets amplified when you're holding the phone, giving you a more immersive experience when gaming. I haven't felt the need to use a Bluetooth speaker because they really are good enough to be used for your casual music playing. Now let's talk about the cameras. If you're buying this phone thinking it has the best cameras, well, you'll be slightly disappointed. It takes good daytime shots and can be comparable to flagship devices in this area. The camera's weakness though starts to show at night or when taking photos in areas with less lighting. Unfortunately, I don't have some night shots to show because while I'm in the middle of doing this review, I got my wisdom tooth removed. And scouring along the city or in my area at night, taking photos is a surefire way to bring more pain in my mouth. Fortunately, before the anesthesia wore off, I got some daytime shots. Well, this is a gaming phone after all, and not marketed as a camera-centric device. But compare it with some mid-range phones with their cameras, I think this is a bit better. Now, right in front of me is the Rog Phone 3 10-cent edition. This is a 12GB of RAM and 128GB of memory. I'm pretty sure you didn't notice that the first Rog Phone 3 in the videos is the Rog Phone 3 Strix edition, which is an 8GB of RAM, 256GB of memory. Well, other than the difference between their packaging and storage options, they're basically the same phone with different operating system. The Chinese version, of course, has the Chinese OS, and the global version Strix has the global OS. Now, here's my advice. If you are a hardcore gamer who games a lot for hours and likes those cool air triggers, then I recommend the Rog Phone 3. But if you're just a casual gamer who tends to play just to kill minutes while waiting for your girlfriend or wife to finish looking at those on-sale dress in the mall, then you should probably get a flagship phone or a mid-range phone, because basically the Rog Phone 3 is a flagship phone with a bit lesser camera, slapped with some triggers. It's just that the Rog Phone 3 is a tad bit better when it comes to sustained performance, and the design is also cool. Well, it's a gaming phone. Basically, what you can do with the Rog Phone 3, you can also do on your flagship phone, minus the sustained performance, of course, and the air triggers. Like I said before, if you're just a type of gamer who plays specific games like Mobile Legends and Wild Rift, then you're better off buying a mid-range phone. My time is up, guys. By the way, if you happen to like this video, kindly subscribe and hit that bell icon. Guys, if you have some questions, you need advice or tips with regards to smartphones and other gadgets, I'd be more than happy to help you. You can message me on my Facebook, Afforditech, link in the description below, or you can comment on my videos. This is Marky from Afforditech. Have a nice day. Game on!